What happens when China's most ambitious carmaker stops chasing value and decides to hunt the luxury giants on their own turf? We know they can build affordable electric cars that dominate on price. But crafting a true luxury experience, something to genuinely rival a Bentley or a Range Rover, that's a different challenge entirely. This is the Yangwang U8. It's not just a car, it's a statement. A technological flagship packed with enough horsepower to embarrass supercars and features that border on science fiction. It's also priced like the European legends it aims to dethrone. So, is this the moment China truly arrives in the ultra-luxury arena, or is it an overpriced experiment? Let's start with the numbers, because they are frankly absurd. This full-size luxury SUV produces 1,200 horsepower. For perspective, that's more than a Ferrari 90 Stradale. The torque figure is a mind-bending 1,280 Newton-meters. The madness is in how it achieves this. Under the hood lies not a massive V8 or V12, but a 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine. It acts not as the primary drive, but as a high-tech generator. It feeds a substantial battery pack, which in turn powers 4 electric motors, one at each wheel. This range extender setup means relentless electric performance, with the petrol engine ensuring you're never stranded. The trade-off? Mass. This technological marvel weighs in at a staggering 3.1 tons. To put that power to weight in context, a Bentley Bentayga speed manages about 264 horsepower per ton. This Yangwang, a crushing 346 horsepower per ton. On paper, it annihilates the competition. But can it translate that theoretical advantage into real-world brilliance, or does all that weight become its Achilles heel? The design philosophy is confident and somewhat familiar. From the side profile, the influence is unmistakable. The squared-off shoulders, the upright greenhouse, the pronounced wheel arches, the silhouette whispers, Land Rover Defender. Certain details, like the shape of the rear quarter window and even the door mirrors, feel heavily inspired. The designers have added their own layers of complexity with additional character lines and bold lighting signatures, creating a busier aesthetic than its British muse. The rear attempts more individuality with an octagonal spare wheel cover and intricate LED taillights. The front, however, is a complete departure. A vast, illuminated grille flanked by complex headlight clusters creates a face that's entirely its own, though some might see echoes of other brands in the details. The overall impression is imposing, tech-heavy, and designed to command attention at any cost. Open the door, and the mission becomes clear, overwhelmed with luxury and technology. The cabin is a sanctuary of leather, Alcantara, and cool touch metals. The initial layout may remind you of a Bentley or Mercedes in its sweeping dash design, but the quality of materials is immediately convincing. Supple leather wraps the surfaces, knurled metal dials click with satisfying precision, and the steering wheel feels substantial. It smells expensive. Then the gadgets start. The front passengers enjoy massaging seats, a fragrance dispenser that pipes scents through the vents, and a massive central infotainment screen that responds with smartphone-like speed. Up front, it feels every bit a six-figure machine. But the real theater is in the back. Legroom is vast, and with the touch of a button, the front passenger seat slides forward, allowing the right rear seat to recline into a near first-class throne, complete with a pop-out footrest. Of course, it massages too. Passengers get their own screens for climate and entertainment, but the piece de resistance is the Starlight headliner. Tiny LEDs are embedded in the glass roof, creating a customizable celestial display. It's a party trick, but an utterly beguiling one. From a champagne cooler to a built-in karaoke system with a microphone in the boot, the U8 is engineered to astonish. But does all this tech create a cohesive luxury experience, or just a crowded menu of features? With 1,200 horsepower on tap, you'd expect violence. The initial drive impression, however, is one of serene isolation. In its default comfort mode, the U8 is remarkably quiet, its double-paned glass muting the world. The air suspension glides over large imperfections with a dismissive ease. It's not quite the magic carpet waft of a Rolls-Royce. You can still feel its immense mass settling over sharper bumps, but it's impressively composed. Can a vehicle this heavy and complex ever feel truly agile, or is it destined to be a straight-line specialist? Then you find a clear stretch and switch to sport mode. Stomp the accelerator. After a millisecond's pause, the world distorts. The sheer, silent force of 4 electric motors launches this 3.1-ton Leviathan forward with terrifying urgency. It feels contradictory, a serene lounge that can outdrag performance sedans. The steering, while accurate, lacks the communicative feel of the best European handlers. It's a system for guiding, not engaging. The braking performance is strong, but you are always aware of the weight you're trying to halt. It is devastatingly fast in a straight line, yet its dynamics are dominated by physics. As one observer put it, it feels less like driving a car, and more like commanding a very powerful, very luxurious spacecraft. We must address the elephant, or perhaps, the submarine, in the room. Yangwang makes an extraordinary claim. The U8 can float and even propel itself in water for short durations in an emergency. It's a capability that sounds more like a marketing stunt than a practical feature, yet it underscores the car's over-engineered ethos. More practical is its tank turn ability, spinning on its own axis by driving the wheels on each side in opposite directions. These features scream technological prowess, but they also ask a fundamental question: what is the core purpose of a luxury vehicle? So, what's the verdict? On a features per pound basis, the Yangwang U8 is untouchable. It offers more power, more tech, and more headline-grabbing abilities than a Range Rover SV or a base Bentley Bentayga, often for significantly less money. It feels genuinely luxurious inside and possesses a staggering turn of speed. However, luxury is more than a spec sheet. It's about heritage, emotion, and subtlety. The U8 can feel like it's trying a bit too hard, its identity a blend of inspired design and overwhelming tech. The driving experience, while impressive in its power and comfort, doesn't yet have the nuanced, connected feel that defines the very best European luxury SUVs. In the end, it wins the battle of specifications, but the war of soul is still ongoing. For the tech-focused luxury buyer who values innovation and shock value above tradition, the U8 is a fascinating and compelling proposition. It proves China can build a car that matches, and in some ways surpasses, the established players on paper. But true luxury resides in the intangible, and the final layer of polish, heritage, and driving soul remains the last frontier to conquer. The U8 is a monumental declaration of capability. The next step is mastering refinement. If this exploration of ambition versus tradition in the automotive world made you think, do us a favor and give this video a like. It helps Winds of Thought bring you more analysis on the shifting landscapes of technology and culture. Let's continue the conversation below.